5 wild animals that saved human lives. True stories. Animals are a lot smarter than people think, maybe even smarter than people sometimes. You probably heard some amazing stories about household pets rescuing their owner in various ways, such as alerting them to house fires or even sniffing out cancer. But one could argue that domesticated animals are so attuned to people because they're around them all the time. Is it possible for a wild animal to save a human? And even if it's possible, would they even bother? It turns out the answer is yes. If you want to see 5 real examples of the answer to the previous question, stay with us in the rest of the video. 1. Lions rescue a little girl from kidnappers. In 2005, a 12-year-old Kenyan girl was kidnapped by 4 men while walking home from school. It's a far too common story that could have ended in tragedy, if not for the pride of lions who stepped in to save her. A week after the abduction, the kidnappers were chased off by 3 lions, who guarded the victim until police arrived to rescue her. Police say they found the girl shocked and terrified, and surrounded by lions. The lions quickly disappeared when officers arrived. She was bruised from being manhandled by the kidnappers, but the lions never laid a paw on her. Lion experts say it's possible that the lions were planning to eat the girl themselves, but were dissuaded by her cry, which sounds a lot like the sound a baby lion cub makes. Either way, these lions should be celebrated as the heroes they truly are. 2. A whale saved a snorkeler from a shark. When marine biologist Nan Hauser felt a 50,000-pound humpback whale nudging her during a dive, she was confused, as that's not typical behavior for a whale. I've spent 30 years underwater with whales and have never had a whale so tactile and so insistent on putting me on his head or belly or back, or most of all, trying to touch me under his huge pectoral fin, Hauser told. The reason behind that gentle touch, it's simply extraordinary. When Hauser looked around, she noticed a 15-foot tiger shark lurking in the distance, for no obvious reason other than pure kindness. The whale was trying to protect her from the shark by tucking her underneath his fin. Scientists believe this instinct comes from the whale's desire to protect its calves from predators. In Hauser's case, the whale potentially saved her life, and best of all, she caught the whole thing on video. 3. Pig saves owner from a heart attack. It's almost expected that your dog might try to save you if you suffer a major medical event. But what about a pig? Lulu was a birthday gift for a woman who didn't even want her. So the lady's mom took pity on the pig and adopted her instead. And she was glad she did. When owner Juan suffered a heart attack at home, the pig ran to find help, even though she had never been outside the fenced yard before. After somehow opening the gate latch, Lulu sprinted into traffic and laid down in the middle of the road to try and signal people to stop. When everyone ignored her, Lulu kept going back to the house to check on John, while the family dog just stood around barking uselessly. A man stopped and followed the brave pig home to see what the matter was. The rescuer found John having a heart attack and called for help immediately. Lulu's prize for saving John's life: a jelly donut, and probably a free pass from becoming bacon, of course. 4. Horse saves farmer from vicious cow attack. It's strange but true. Cows kill 4 times as many people as sharks do every year. That's why it's not a huge surprise that a Scottish farmer, Fiona Boyd, was suddenly attacked by a mother cow who thought she was hurting her calf, when really she was just trying to help it. The mad cow butted, shouldered, and stomped on Boyd, and Shirley would have continued the beating until she was dead. Luckily, Boyd's horse Cray stepped in and kicked the attacking cow, allowing Boyd enough time to roll to safety. I am in no doubt Carrie saved me. If she hadn't been grazing in the same pasture, I really believe I would have been killed. Carrie was fantastic. She saved my life, Boyd told. 5. Gorilla Mama saves baby. Gorillas are extremely territorial animals, which is part of what makes it so dangerous when people come in contact with them, either in the wild or at a zoo. That's part of what makes this next story so incredible. When a 3-year-old boy accidentally fell into the gorilla enclosure at Brookfield Zoo in Illinois. Employees anticipated the worst. Giant gorillas can maim or even kill full-grown men, so you can only imagine the damage they're capable of inflicting on a toddler. But thankfully, that day turned out differently. After the little boy fell in, Binti, a 7-year-old female gorilla with a baby on her back, ran over to the boy and picked him up. Then she carried him carefully over to the door of the exhibit, so rescue workers could retrieve him. Well friends, as you have seen, wild animals are not always hunters and killers of humans and can be saviors in certain situations, so be kind to nature. Finally, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.